What's going on, everyone? I'm just a typical, average American here today to react and learn about Rick Mercer talking to Americans. And from what I understand, this is a very funny collection of interviews where Rick Mercer is going around talking to Americans about made-up stories about news, made-up stories about Canada, made-up stories about the United States, just to see how Americans will react, if Americans will pick up on it or know anything. So that does sound entertaining. Also sounds like potential embarrassment. I am nervous for the Americans. Very, very nervous. I saw a little bit of Rick Mercer in a different video I did. He's fantastic. He's hilarious. I love his style of comedy. And I think today maybe us Americans will be the butt of the joke, but that's okay. I think it's even good for us. And I think this is just going to be high quality entertainment. So let's take a look.
Hello from Washington, D.C., or as they say on the hill behind me, the center of the universe. Everywhere you look in this...
Okay. I see where this is going. Okay, that's fair. The center, not the center of the universe. There are definitely Americans who are like that. Definitely American politicians that are like that. They wouldn't even know this is a joke that he's saying. They'd just be like, yeah, that sounds about right. Okay.
This town, there is no mistaking where you are. It is celebrated at every single turn. You are in America.
Yes.
America the strong, America the free, America, our next door neighbor. They are our greatest friends, our strongest allies. They are kind, they are generous. They have...
Hey, wait a minute. This is kind of nice. Is this the entire video? Just him giving compliments? Criticisms, then compliments, where the whole video is just me going, hey, oh, okay.
An uncanny ability to go on at great lengths on subjects they know absolutely nothing about.
That's very true. That's what this video is about, huh? Emphasize Americans' our ability to say stuff with confidence that we're completely ignorant about. That about sums it up.
I've spent a lot of time traveling in America, and I've spoken to many of its people. And I've come to a conclusion. And I have a confession to make. My name is Rick Mercer, and I love America. And yes, this is... Talking to America.
Wow. He loves Americans because we create such good content for his show. Endless content. Oh boy. This is a special he did. Okay. He did a whole special over just talking to Americans and what happened. Where's he going? South Dakota. Mount Rushmore. Okay. A lot of American tourists go here.
As you're probably aware, it's been widely reported that the mining rights to Mount Rushmore is actually held by a Canadian company. They say that they want to do preliminary explorations to see if there's any plutonium in the mountains. They want to do precision blasting in the off-season, but some people are saying that's not acceptable. They should be forced to drill into the heads from behind. What do you think?
Look at these people. I feel bad for these people, these Americans. Like, the thing is, this is more of a commentary over, like, human nature. If someone has a microphone and a news camera and is talking to you confidently in a news reporter way, like Rick is doing, you're apt to take them at face value. You're apt to believe them, to see them as an authority figure. But with that being said, should a red flag be going off in these Americans' head when he's like, the story is so preposterous, like, they want to blow up Mount Rushmore to look for plutonium? Canadians want to? Okay, let's see what they say.
The off-season, but some people are saying that's not acceptable. They should be forced to drill into the heads from behind. What do you think?
I think probably from the back.
I think from the back of the mountain. Why mess up? You know, this is a national monument.
Choose the course which has the least impact on the environment.
Hey, you know what? Hey, like, okay, they are a little gullible. They're believing Rick and his story. They're not really thinking about it. Again, like what I was talking about, but their answers are like, come on, give them a little credit here. They're like being nice enough. They're like, hey, you know what? Blow up the Mount Rushmore monument, American monument, the statues. Blow them up from the back of their head. Don't affect the environment. These are nice ideas. I'll be misguided.
And if that involves precision blasting, which it should, I think that's probably okay.
So do you think they should be forced, even though it's more expensive, to drill into the heads from behind?
Yes.
The Canadian government, after many, many years of asking and being turned down,
totally
has
buy
finally
it.
gotten permission from the U.S. government to build an exact replica of Mount Rushmore. And there's also talk of adding, in a phase 2, of 3 extra heads, Taft, Nixon, and Mulroney. What do you think of that?
I don't like that at all.
I don't like that at all.
And not Taft.
This is funny on many different levels, honestly. Oh my gosh. It's funny that they believe the news story. Now that's just ridiculous. They should at that point. Canada wants to build around Mount Rushmore, like in Canada, and add more heads of American figures. None of them are questioning that, which is a bit embarrassing. And they're also on top of it. They're like, I don't like that. I don't like that. It's like, hey, you know what? If Canada actually wanted to build Mount Rushmore replica, by all means. Doesn't sit well with these Americans.
Nixon or Mulroney?
Not particularly Taft. I think FDR should be on there.
Right. So you wouldn't mind seeing Mulroney added on?
No.
Do you think Taft, Nixon, and Mulroney are not prime examples of the best American presidents?
I think there's others that show more American spirit.
Not surprising, he just got very straight answers. No one questioned him at all, which is probably bad.
We're doing a story on a mountain in Canada that will be inspired by Mount Rushmore, and it's going to have Canada's most famous Eskimo president on it, and his name was Mulroney Yuck.
Congratulations, Canada, on Mount Mulroney Yuck.
Okay. This is very interesting from my point of view. Very interesting. I know to two Canadians, what Rick Mercer is saying is absurd. But I'm telling you, as an American, like I know my American brain. I know a bit more things about Canada now through the YouTube, but I know my American brain, and what he is saying isn't outrageous enough and you know what, maybe that's not excusable. Maybe it is definitely a sign of how little Americans know about Canada and Canadian culture. But what he is saying is not crazy enough that, okay, Canada wants to build a monument. Could happen. They want to emphasize some Canadian historical figures. It could happen. Okay. Now, they want to put Canada's Eskimo, did he say president or prime minister? And then he tried to, give him, a silly name or something?
And it's going to have Canada's most famous Eskimo president on it, and his name was...
Okay, Canada doesn't have presidents. None of the Americans seem to know that.
Was Mulroney Yuck.
Congratulations.
And he used the name Mulroney and just put yuck on the end. That should also raise some flags. But I'm telling you, as sad as it is, I'm not surprised that the Americans are, look how wholesome. They're like, congratulations, Mulroney Yuck, on your statue. It's very nice.
Canada, on Mount Mulroney Yuck.
Congratulations, Canada, on Mount Mulroney Yuck.
Oh my God.
Mulroney Yuck.
Hello, Canada. Our Eskimo neighbors to the south.
So,
That's bad. It's not good. It's not good. Eskimo, like everyone, some Americans do believe that all Canadians are Eskimos living in igloos. That is a thing. That is a stereotype. Believe it or not. They don't know where Canada is. It's calling them the neighbors to the south. That's inexcusable. There's no redemption from that. I'm fighting a little bit here for the for the Americans here embarrassing themselves. There's no saving that. There's no saving that one.
Reagan is on the mountain. Do you think Reagan is okay? Yeah?
They're going to put him on.
Yeah, he was the president.
Yeah, he was.
They all have their faults, and he was one of them. So.
Yeah. And if Reagan's on the mountain, should they have Mulrooney's feet sticking out of the backside?
Okay. Where are we going? Oh boy, we're going to New York. I feel like this is gonna be good. Okay, going to New York, Statue of Liberty, great. Oh man. What kind of questions is he gonna ask?
Do you think that America should be bombing Bouchard?
Yes.
Should NATO be bombing Bouchard?
Yeah.
Do you think America...
What? Oh, okay. I'm so confused right now. Should Americans be bombing Bouchard? Should NATO be bombing Bouchard? These are like, I can't tell if these are nonsense questions. I don't know who Bouchard is. I have to crack open the Google here. Bouchard, Canada? What is Bouchard? Okay. Is this what Rick is talking about? Because I don't know this reference either. And I'm an American who knows some things about Canada. Lucien Bouchard was the premier of Quebec, I think. Is that who Rick is talking about? No chance any American knows about that name. No offense, but there's no chance. So now let me hear his questions. These are, I think the point here is, though, there's a big problem. Big problem. The Americans in New York here are immediately like, yes. They're answering the question, even though they clearly have no idea what they're being asked. All they know, he's asking them if they think someone should be bombed or not. Bombed. And they don't know what he's talking about. And they're just like, yeah. Like they're giving their opinion on something like this. That's really concerning. That's really concerning, actually. It's not good.
NATO be bombing Bouchard?
Yeah.
Do you think America should be bombing Bouchard?
Yes.
Do you think that the United States should just stand by and allow Canada to ignore the U.S. Constitution and everything that great document stands for?
No, I don't think so.
No?
No. Congratulations.
This is crazy. This is eye-opening. This is amazing. This is many things. I'm feeling many emotions right now. The beauty of what Rick Mercer is doing is really exposing, like, the American attitude of, I don't know, willful ignorance? No, maybe not willful, but, like, outgoing ignorance? How do you even say this? Like, Americans are perfectly happy to give their opinions on stuff. They don't have any clue what it's about. And what's worse is, he just asked, oh, what do you think about Canadians not obeying the American Constitution? If that woman understood the question, that's bad, because she said yes. She said yes, that's a problem. If she doesn't understand the question, that's also a problem, because she doesn't know what she's talking about. Either way, this is a huge problem. This is good reporting. This is good stuff by Rick Mercer. I'm actually quite invested in this.
Congratulations, Canada, for legalizing insulin.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The diabetic...
And I think, oh man, this special is something else. Another thing he's doing is he's seeing what he can get Americans to say, like, unabashedly. Like, oh, congrats, Canada, on legalizing insulin? Legalizing it. Okay, let's keep going. Oh boy.
No. Congratulations, Canada, for legalizing insulin.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The diabetics, thank you. And do you think that America should attempt to free Nelson Mandela?
Yes.
Do you think America should line up its ground troops and send them into Gilles Duceppe?
I think they should line up the ground troops, yes.
And send them into Gilles Duceppe?
Yes.
Why are they answering? Why are they answering all these questions? This is, I know the stereotypes about America, and I know a lot of them are true, especially the not knowing about what's going on in the rest of the world. But this stereotype of Americans, like, being loud, giving their thoughts and opinions on everything without knowing. this demonstrates it so freaking clearly. It's kind of sad. I'm not even getting that much enjoyment out of this anymore, like comedy. This is kind of sad to me, to be honest. I feel like, America, now I want to know if you did this in other parts of the world, could you get people to say the crazy stuff Rick is able to get these Americans to say? They're just willing to go along with anything he says because he's got a microphone and they want to give their thoughts on it. This is not good. Not good.
Do you think that America should be bombing Saskatchewan?
Absolutely.
Absolutely?
Yeah.
What about ground forces? Do you think...
Why is he laughing? Why does it seem like when Rick mentions bombing people, some of these people being interviewed are like chuckling? Is that just me, or did anyone else notice? Like, some of the Americans are like, should they be bombed? Yeah. Like, what's that? Why is he smiling?
Saskatchewan?
Absolutely.
Absolutely?
Yeah.
What about ground forces? Do you think ground forces should be sent into Saskatchewan? That might be safer?
That's what they're going to have to do. That's what they're going to have to do.
So bomb Saskatchewan. Yeah. Okay, thanks.
Bomb Saskatchewan. All right, just to be clear, Americans do not know what Saskatchewan is. I didn't know what Saskatchewan was for a long, long time, even in part of my adult life. I'll admit it. And that, I don't know where that went wrong in our little American geography education growing up. I don't know where that went wrong. We got 50 states to memorize, and that seems to be what we stick to, and a lot of us can't even do that. So knowing these Americans don't know that he's talking about Canada. They don't know where Saskatchewan is. They're not, at least, I don't know for sure. I'm giving them that much credit, in a way. I'm giving them the credit that they don't know what they're saying. Because if they thought that they were saying, yeah, we should be bombing Canada, some of these people would be like, what? No, what's that? What's going on? But it's the use of Saskatchewan that is clever here, because most Americans don't know where that is, sadly. Oh my, holy cow. This is a really, really great little special here. I'm getting worked up, but I'm enjoying it as well. Like, I can't look away. It's like a car wreck. I can't look away, even though I want to. So I think I'm gonna stop here for now. This is a really long segment. So I'm definitely gonna chop this up into separate parts and come back to this video and try to watch it a bit at a time, because this is so entertaining. I gotta hand it to Rick Mercer here. He struck a gold mine in interviewing Americans for entertainment. This is classic, and it's kind of disturbing, quite honestly. But I also kind of enjoyed it in a weird way. But yeah, I'll definitely come back to this and continue this in different parts. So anyway, if you enjoyed this as well, feel free to give this video a like or leave a comment, perhaps with your thoughts on Rick Mercer interviewing Americans and some of their crazy responses today. Seriously. That'd be fun to hear about. And if you're interested in more videos like this, me reacting to Canada and Canadian culture, feel free to subscribe for more. And until then, thanks for watching, and see you next time.